Have you felt it? That kind of low hum of static in the background of your day? It's a feeling that's become so common it's almost gone unnoticed. Like a quiet collective sigh. Today, we're going to try and put a name to that feeling.
Not so long ago, politics felt like a specific channel on TV or a section in the newspaper. It was a topic you might talk about at a certain time, in a certain place. It was a destination. You could choose to go there to engage with it, and just as importantly, you could choose to leave.
But that's all changed, hasn't it? It's not a place you visit anymore. It's the environment you live in. It kind of seeps into your daily routines. It shapes conversations with family. It puts a strain on friendships. It's become ambient, unavoidable, and for so many people, just deeply, deeply tiring.
So, how did we get here? Well, a huge part of the answer is in the very way we get our information today. We're constantly connected. We're always scrolling through this river of updates that never ever stops. This quote really gets to the heart of it. Our attention, it's a finite resource, and the digital world has pretty much pushed it past its breaking point. There is simply more to react to, more to worry about, more to be outraged by than any of us can possibly process. And this is the paradox of our time, isn't it? You'd think that more information would lead to more understanding, but when the volume is this high, the opposite happens. Everything just blurs together. The important stuff gets lost in the trivial, and we're left feeling not informed, but just overwhelmed. And the problem is made so much worse by this crisis of faith in the sources themselves. Study after study shows this widespread distrust of information. Doesn't matter if it's from a social media feed or a big news channel. People are just wary of bias, they're worried about misinformation, and at the end of the day, you're often left feeling like you just don't know who or what to believe anymore. Now, this feeling isn't just happening in our heads or on our screens. The digital exhaustion is being amplified by a very real sense of global instability. It really feels like the world is on edge, doesn't it? And the data suggests that's not just a feeling. That background hum of global unease, it's a measurable reality. This is a pretty staggering statistic from the Global Peace Index. Just think about that for a moment. More state-based conflicts are active right now than in any year since 1945. This isn't just a headline. It's a huge shift in global stability, and we feel those tremors even from far away. And right alongside that rising conflict, we're seeing this clear trend of democratic decline. For every single country that's moving towards democracy, more than 2 are moving away from it. Right now, over a third of all people on Earth live in a country that is actively becoming more autocratic. That's a heavy thought. So, with this overwhelming information stream and a world under strain, how do people cope? Well, the response is often quiet. It's an internal retreat, right? A search for a little personal peace in a really noisy world. This might seem passive, but it's actually an active coping mechanism. In a digital world that often feels pretty hostile, research shows that the #1 thing people do when faced with something hateful is to just keep scrolling. Not engaging becomes a form of self-care. We're all constantly making this unspoken calculation, this calculus of speaking up versus staying silent. To engage is to risk conflict, to risk that very exhaustion we're trying so hard to escape. And silence, on the other hand, well, it offers a kind of safety. It preserves our energy and, often, our relationships. And this dynamic isn't just a personal thing. It plays out at the highest levels of politics. This quote shows how even for powerful leaders, silence is often seen as a strategic necessity. It's a tool for survival, for preserving the group, which just reinforces why so many of us choose silence on a personal level. It's easy to look at this widespread retreat and just label it as apathy or cynicism. But what if it's something else entirely? What if it's not an abandonment of politics, but actually a different kind of politics altogether? And this is the core concept here. The politics of exhaustion isn't about giving up. It's about enduring. It's a pragmatic, everyday response to these overwhelming circumstances. It doesn't look like a protest march. It looks like just getting through the day. It's a quieter power, one that's found in persistence. So what does this actually look like? It's finding a little mental space while your body is on autopilot at a demanding job. It's focusing only on the small things you can actually control. It's learning to live with the contradictions of your life, maybe needing a system you don't fully believe in. And most of all, it's the simple, profound act of getting up and doing it all over again tomorrow.
I love this quote because it really finds the dignity and heroism in this quiet state. It reframes endurance not as just being passive, but as a form of silent rebellion. In a world that demands so much from us, sometimes just persisting, just continuing to be, well, that can be the most profound political act of all.
And that leaves us with this final, lingering question. This individual retreat into silence, it's an understandable strategy for survival. It makes sense. But when millions of people are all making that same calculation, day after day, what does that mean for us as a group? What happens to a society, to a democracy, when the silence becomes louder than the speech?